Welcome back to another installment of Who's Watching. Week 2, where we uncover the secrets of the tech industry. My name is Caleb Anderson, and I am your host, as well as your expert on the case here. Last week, we talked about the problem that happens when data mining. So this week, we'll talk about the cause and how and why these tech companies do this kind of data mining on their users. So first and foremost, the cause of this problem is actually profit. So profit is what drives these companies to make these sketchy decisions that then pushes the envelope a little bit and leaves the user out to dry. So these companies are selling a lot of their information to these ad agencies by making a lot of money. And later in this video, we will talk about exactly how much money the big four companies are making. So there's actually a great video on Netflix that goes over this very well. So the documentary is called The Social Dilemma. So I wanted to pull a few quotes from that, and they do a good job explaining this. So first off, Tristan Harris, who was an ex-Google design ethicist, says that if you are not paying for the product, then you are the product. Google is so much more than just a search engine, and Facebook is so much more than just a site to see what your friends are doing. They're always trying to figure out how they can get you to spend as much time on their platform as possible, because that's how they can make more money. The more time that you're on that platform, the more that agencies are going to pay. So Justin Rosenstein, who is an ex-Google and Facebook engineer, also explains that there are these services that we think are free, but they're really not. They're being paid for by these advertisers, and they pay to show their product to us since we are the product. And these are the free platforms that he was talking about. So there's also another computer scientist who's pretty popular in America. His name is Jaron Lanier. He has a great quote in the documentary as well. And he says, "It is a gradual, slight, and imperceivable change in your own behavior and perception that is the product. Change what you do and how you think, how you are, is that gradual change that he's talking about, and that's the product. That's the only product that they go for." So these tech companies say to the ad agencies that they can change the world even 1% in the direction that the ad agencies want them to go, then those ad agencies will pay a lot of money for that product and for that data. So that is what we are seeing today in the big enterprise tech world. So greed is what really drives these companies to take our information and sell it to those agencies that we've been talking about through this video and the last video as well. So now we're going to take a look at 4 of the top tech companies in the United States to get an idea of how much money they are really receiving from these ad agencies over the past year, which was the year of 2021. As we can see here, this is a chart of the ad revenue from 2021 in billions of dollars. And so as you can see, number 1 is Facebook. So in 2021, Facebook nearly generated 115 billion US dollars in advertising revenue. This figure is expected to further grow to reach up to $200 billion by 2026. So you can see that this ad revenue is going to keep on growing and keep on rising for years to come. So second place here in 2021 was Google. They clocked in around $54.7 billion. And in third place, found that Amazon in 2021 reported around $31 billion in ad revenue and ad sales. And fourth on my chart here, we have Twitter, who generated more than around 4.5 billion US dollars in advertising services and revenue. So you can see how much money these companies are making in a short amount of time. And this is all according to Statistica.com. So to wrap things up here today, we talked about the cause of the problem and why these companies are taking our information and selling it to these agencies. So for our week 3 segment, we will talk about the effect of this problem and what it is doing to the daily active user of these platforms, as well as the companies who run this platform. See you then.